Welcome to the final edition of Stony Brook Newsbreak for the fall semester. I'm Angelique Powell.
And I'm Vyong Hao.
For local news, Vyong dives in the reaction or the lack there is in the breaking news that Culinart was found not guilty of misusing funds.
Culinart has been found not guilty. In an article released by The Statesman and in an email from the Faculty Student Association this past week, it's been reported Culinart is not guilty on any of the charges that were brought up to them earlier this year. In the original article released by The Statesman last spring, it was reported that Culinart was allegedly using their funds inappropriately. Promptly, an independent law firm investigated these claims and found no evidence that legitimizes them. Sky Cabdry, the Statesman reporter who wrote the update to the story, said that even though the original article got a lot of attention, the reaction to the update has been lukewarm.
So we haven't gotten a ton of attention yet, believe it or not. We only published it late last night. I can assume that it's going to get receive more attention as time goes on, because this is, a big update to a big story. We haven't seen a ton of reaction yet, but I do think that it's going to have some pretty large implications.
Mitch Trinka, a journalist for 15 years and an employee at Stony Brook University, said that with the rise of social media, people are further lacking information and context they receive from news stories.
Updates are always difficult because people, they get the news and they move on. And increasingly, social media and lots of other things like that, that's accelerated. So now people just, they get the news and they don't even read the story. They read the title that's on them and listed and move on. So the nuance, the context, people are losing that.
For sophomore Stephanie Sukraj, she was not even aware that Culinart was found innocent. To her, when the initial story was first reported, it made sense to her.
I didn't hear about it until now. I'm glad that I do know about it now because the spread of this false information went widespread.
Despite the story's initial response, Crabtree is hopeful that eventually people will hear that Culinart is innocent.
I would hope that they hear about it. I think a lot of people understand, or a lot of journalists understand in particular, that misinformation, not even misinformation, disinformation can travel very quickly, and so it might take a while to get it out of people's heads and fully get the news out there that Culinart has actually been found innocent, and that the original article is more or less invalid.
Reporting from the dining halls of Stony Brook University, I'm Vyong Hao.
COP28, the United Nations Climate Change Conference taking place in Dubai, is underway. The annual conference includes representatives from 197 countries and the European Union. The goal is to find ways to lessen climate change to limit global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The gathering's president, Sultan Al Jaber, notably said that getting rid of fossil fuels is not proven to lower climate change in a video taken at the conference. He later claimed he did not say that comment. Al Jaber is also the head of the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, the state-owned oil company for the United Arab Emirates. The attending governments will make a decision on the Global Progress Report soon, which will show which nations are moving toward limiting climate change.
Former Republican Congressman George Santos is the sixth congressman and the first Republican to be expelled by the U.S. House of Representatives in history. Congress voted 311 to 114 to oust Santos, with 105 Republicans voting in favor of the resolution. This news comes months after the Justice Department charged Santos with identity theft, theft of public funds, and money laundering related to the campaign donations. Santos is now selling videos on the Cameo website. The service allows fans to buy personal messages from their favorite celebrities. Santos describes himself on his Cameo profile as the expelled member of Congress from New York City.
On Friday, Stony Brook students will be performing Ophelia NPC at the Mather Morris Dance Center in New York City. The play is a feminist approach to Shakespeare's Hamlet, which uses AI elements such as projection mapping. Cast members from Stony Brook University's Theater 216 class will be stationed throughout the center, ready to interact with audience members. Are you free this Friday?
Of course I am. Are you?
Can't wait to see you there then.
Can't wait to see you.
And that's it for this week's edition of Stony Brook Newsbreak. I'm Vyong Hao.
And I'm Angelique Powell. Good luck on finals, Seawolves.